The year is 1665, and death is stalking the streets of Europe. A mysterious illness known as the Plague or Black Death is ravaging cities and towns, leaving nothing but despair and fear in its wake. But there is one figure that can be seen wandering the streets, a beacon of hope in the darkness. They are plague doctors. Plague doctors were medical practitioners who were called upon to treat victims of the plague. They were not your typical doctors, however. They were not trained in the traditional sense and were not members of the medical community. Instead, they were hired by the city to take care of the sick and dying. They were also known as empirics, a term to describe doctors who practice medicine based on their own experience and observation, rather than having formal training. They were often not medical professionals, but rather people with some medical knowledge and experience who were willing to take on this difficult and dangerous task. They were equipped with a unique set of tools to protect themselves from the disease. They wore long coats made of wax canvas to protect themselves from the infected air, and their iconic mask with a long beak-like nose. This mask was filled with herbs and spices to purify the air that they breathed. They also carried a long stick to keep people at distance and a lantern to light their way in the dark and eerie streets. Plague doctors were not only medical practitioners, but a symbol of hope in a time of darkness. They were the only ones willing to risk their lives to help the sick and dying, and they were often the only hope for those that were affected by the plague. They were also responsible for declaring and recording the death of plague victims, and for the quarantine of the infected. In some cases, they were often responsible for the burial and burning of the dead. The history of the plague doctor is a testament to the bravery and selflessness of those that put their lives on the line to help others, even in the face of certain death. They were the unsung heroes of their time, and they were misunderstood and often feared, but they played a crucial role in the fight against the plague. Next time you come across a picture of a plague doctor, remember their legacy and the sacrifices they made to save others. If you feel as though you've learned anything from this video, be sure to give us a like, as well as subscribe and hit that notification bell for more videos like this in the future.